Hi everybody. Today is Tuesday, day 5 post-transplant. Just woke up from a nap and feeling a little better than yesterday, but not a whole lot better than yesterday. I don't think I ate anything yesterday. Today I ate half a cup of pudding and there's just no appetite at all. There is nothing you can bring in here and say, oh, look at this. Ugh. Nothing. It's just amazing how it just totally, you don't want to eat. But fluids are good, so they've been keeping me in fluids. My pulse rate has gone up. My blood pressure's fine, but my pulse is high. So they thought that might be working on an infection, because they're just waiting for me to do something to show that an infection is coming, because like I said, 90% of the time there's an infection. So they went ahead and they're giving me some antibiotics, but don't really know if there's an infection, but they are on the safe side, so that's fine. So today I got all kinds of bags going. Potassium, that usually falls, and that did, so they're giving me some potassium. My white blood cell count is, what is it, Jen? 0.1? 0.1? I mean, it is, it's there. And she actually said that'll go in the negative numbers. I don't know how that works. How can you have negative ones? I don't know. So tomorrow will be platelet day, I'm sure. I'll be getting some platelets. Because my platelets have dropped to 11. When it gets to 10, you get platelets. So that's on tomorrow's menu. I'm getting blood later today. Again, it's right at the line, but they like to go ahead and give it to you, so that's no biggie. And they're going to keep me on some fluid for that pulse rate. They think it's just, like I said, getting ready to fight infection, so they're not that concerned. They did an EKG just to make sure at 2 o'clock this morning. Yes, Jennifer found out there's a 2 o'clock in the morning. So we've been up and down all night with tests and this and that. And so that's why I took a nap this morning, and that's why I'm taking another one here this afternoon. And this evening ain't looking too bad either. So we're doing good. Like I said, I'm tired, and you get weak because you don't eat. But Jen makes me get up and walk, and they have this thing at 3 o'clock where they play music and they want everybody to get up and walk. Well, about 2:30 is my nappy time. So I don't go out and walk at 3 o'clock because I'm in La La Land. But we walk in the morning, we usually walk before supper comes, so we walk later in the afternoon. So we're still getting our exercise. They want us to join the walk, but we'll see. As I'm telling you, naps at this point are where it's at. So, that's enough about me. I think things are going good, and doing what is expected. There's been nothing come up that's out of the ordinary. They pretty much tell you this day, this is going to happen, and around this day, and sure enough, that's what happens. So I'm just excited for. She said usually around day 10 everything starts taking off and going back up, and I cannot wait. So I'm hoping and praying that all of this is done this day, the week after stay, is all done by the end of August. That would be just fantastic. So, that's the goal. And I have to tell you, you can turn me off now if you don't want to hear my suggestion to everybody. But I saw that the house that we grew up in Hagerstown, the house beside it was for sale. And then it was built pretty much exactly like the house we lived in. So I thought, I want to see pictures of the inside of that house just to go back memory lane, just to see, what it looks like. Of course, it's been totally redone. But that was so much fun, going through there and looking in the living room, looking at, when you walked in the door, the stairway was right in front of you going up. And remember Dad carrying us up to bed? He'd have Denise on his back and carry me on the front, or on the rare occasions I got to ride piggyback. She had to go up beside us. But him carrying us up to bed tonight. Just remembered, I thought, oh, that was so much fun when we were kids. That was the biggest thing. Not realizing at the end of that we had to go to bed, but the ride up the steps and going up the steps, you're that much higher. Oh, that was the coolest thing when we were little. And then in the living room, no, when you went to the right, you were in the dining room. And I remember Christmases in the dining room. I don't know what my mother did with dining room furniture, but we put the Christmas tree and stuff in the dining room. And she used to take a mirror and put in the snow and under the tree. She'd make a scene, you know. And she would cover up the handle and everything. So all you saw was the mirror. And then she would put ice skaters on it. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. My mother knew how to make ice. I bet, and I thought she was the only one in the world that could do it. That was the coolest thing. I just remember thinking, that is so awesome. My mother knows how to make ice under a Christmas tree. And I'm just sure she was the only one that ever did it. That was cool. I thought that was cool. And then I think you went to the dining room into the kitchen. I remember my dad coming home from work, and he was a lineman. And he had those tall lineman boots that laced clear up to his knee, just about, and tied there. And when he would come home from work, we would be fighting over who'd get to undo his boots. Let us undo your boots. Let us unlace your boots. And we would sit down on the floor. Now, sometimes you couldn't get him untied because he was really tight, so he'd have to untie him. And then we would unlace his boots. It was just like little eyelets on either side of the boot. And we would just sit there and unlace his boots. And that was a big deal, too. What fun! Oh, my golly, these kids miss it nowadays. The fun we had. And then from the kitchen, you look back the hallway, where was my parents' bedroom. And I remember laying back there in bed one night thinking, oh, something's going on. Something big's going on, because I was in their bed. And my mother told me I could stay there and sleep, which she never did. And I looked, you could look right out into the kitchen, and Grandma Ditto was there. And I thought, it's nighttime and Grandma Ditto's there, and I get to sleep in this bed. Something's going on. Well, the something that was going on was Tracy was being bored. That changed everything. But anyhow, that's what the night Tracy was born. And then, of course, we come back out to the living room, and I remember, I guess it was coming home from kindergarten. My mother would be doing exercise with Jack LaLanne. Do you guys remember Jack LaLanne and his jumpsuits? God, he was the guru of exercise back then. I think he was the only one, as far as I know. But she would be doing exercises with Jack LaLanne. Oh, my lands. And it was, I'm telling you, it was so fun going through that house, those pictures, and remember stuff you did in each room. Yeah, that was fun. So I tell you, if you ever get a picture of your old house, or just sit down and think about it, all the fun stuff you did in that house. And then I think, oh, these kids today are missing so much because the video games and the TV. I mean, we had TV, but you didn't have everything you had on now, and you didn't sit in front of the television. Summertime, you were outside playing. That is all there was to it. And my mother didn't wash no socks in the summertime, so you had to have your sandals or barefoot. But yeah, if you guys get a chance, go and just think about your childhood home, and go in each room and think of something that happened in that room. Oh, it was fun. It really passed the time here, and I just had a ball. It was great. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed my little spiel on growing up, and I'll talk to you another time. Bye.